Hello, this is Erica Dawn, owner of EricaDawnVoices, and I'd like to thank you for listening to Adult Bedtime Stories, an audio drama podcast here on the EricaDawnVoices podcast network.
Damn. Yesterday was wild. Yo, D. What up, man? I'm on my way. Wait till you hear who I ran into, man. It's lightweight crazy. I'm gonna need your help on this one. Hey, y'all. I'm Trey. If you hadn't noticed, I'm in desperate need of advice from my boys right now on what to do about a situation. Actually, let me not start this off by labeling it as a situation, because honestly, it's much deeper than that and deserves much more honor and respect. I'm sure you're wondering what it is. Well, it is about a beautiful woman from my past named Kiera, my college sweetheart, and actually my soulmate. At least that's what I believe. I ran into her yesterday. Well, kinda ran into her. I'm a youth basketball coach for kids 7 through 11 years old. She brought her son, who just turned 7, to the tryout. I mean, y'all know we're not turning any kids away, but we want to make it as real as possible for them, so we hold tryouts. Anyway, I had no idea she was back in the A. Last I heard, she moved to Los Angeles and had a budding acting career. Again, I know what you're thinking. You didn't keep up with her on social media? Actually, no. I avoided it. I never wanted to be confronted with the reality of her being happy with someone else without me. Selfish, I know, but I'm trying to be honest. This honesty is how I lost it to begin with, so allow me to be vulnerable in my truth. My boys and homegirls from college that I'm still cool with always try to keep me updated on her latest trends, but I would always evade the conversation. My boy I'm meeting up with already knows the history of of me and Kiera. That's her name. Her beautiful name is Kiera. But as we all know, traffic in Atlanta is a bitch. So, I got time to tell y'all what happened yesterday. Once registration ended, I gathered the eager young boys to a huddle to explain instructions on warm-ups. I took a deep breath, feeling the usual mix of excitement and the nerves that came with the start of the new season. These tryouts were always a bit chaotic, but they were also where we got to witness these young stars' hearts and souls. I raised my whistle to my lips and gave a sharp blast, signaling the boys to huddle up. As they gathered around, I glanced towards the entrance and froze. There she was, Kiera, the one who got away. Or, should I say, the one I pushed away. She looked just as beautiful as last time I saw her, if not more. Her hair fell in soft curls around her face and her eyes, those deep, soulful eyes. They scanned the gym, leaning on a group of boys, all seated center court. My heart pounded as I watched another coach guide her son, Brandon, to the floor with the other kids. Kiera made her way to the bleachers, joining the other parents, her eyes still scanning the room. For a moment, our gazes met, and I could see a flicker of recognition. But then she looked away, focusing on Brandon. I shook myself out of stupor and turned back to the boys. All right, guys, let's get started with some drills. Show me what you got. My voice sounded sturdier than I felt. As the boys ran through layups and shooting exercises, my mind drifted back to a different gym, in a different time. Kiera and I had met our freshman year of college. She was a bright light in the otherwise dreary semester. I was just a kid from the city, trying to navigate my way through classes and basketball practice. She was everything I wasn't. Focused, driven, with a smile that could light up the entire campus. She was a cheerleader, so I would always notice her around the athletics department, and I would have my eye on her as I watched her perform stunts during timeouts at the basketball games. But never got the courage to speak. Second semester, we ended up in the same English class. The first day, I had strolled in late, as usual, and the only seat left was next to her. She looked up from her printed syllabus, gave me a polite smile, and went back to reading. Although too cool to admit it, I was captivated from that moment on. It wasn't long before I found excuses to talk to her, asking for notes, pretending to struggle with assignments just to hear her explain things. Kiera and I were both mass communications majors. She had aspirations to become a news anchor, me, a sports journalist. She was double minoring in music and dance. Our first real conversation was about a song by Donny Hathaway, A Song for You. As a singer and dancer, she had such a passion for song lyrics and the meaning behind them. I had never seen anyone talk about song and dance the way she did. It was intoxicating. I found myself opening up to her in ways I hadn't with anyone else. She had a way of making me feel seen, like I mattered. We started hanging out more and more, studying together, grabbing lunch in the student cafe, and taking strolls around campus. Our friendship blossomed into something more during a late-night study session. We were crammed into a tiny booth at the campus diner, books and papers scattered everywhere. She was stressing over an upcoming exam, and I was doing my best to distract her with silly jokes. She laughed, the stress melting away, and then suddenly, we kissed for the first time. It felt so natural, so right. Man, those were the best months of my life. We were inseparable, wrapped up in each other and the future we dreamed of. She was not originally from Atlanta. Neither was I. I grew up in Houston, Texas. She was from Philly. So when summer break hit, we unfortunately went our separate ways, with the hope and plan to find our way back come fall when school started back up. All the dudes on campus wanted her, especially the athletes. I would hear chatter all the time with guys spreading rumors and lies that they had smashed. I always knew it wasn't true, because Kiera was not that type of girl. She was sweet, innocent. There was one guy, though, that I did notice her befriend before the end of the semester. It didn't seem that serious, but I knew he liked her. Who wouldn't? When fall arrived, I heard she had been spotted going in and out of our new dorm location. We didn't have cell phones back then, so it wasn't like I could just call her. But I found her. She was actually walking and laughing hysterically with Joe. That's the friend I was telling y'all about. I felt myself immediately get jealous, and I yelled her name from halfway down the street to catch her attention. She turned around and saw it was me, and ran back to me at full speed, jumping into my arms. Y'all, the feelings that came over me. My God. Joe walked slowly towards us too. As he approached, Kiera introduced us. It was no need, though. I was familiar with dude. The jealous feelings I had did not subside yet and was actually beginning to grow stronger. I was starting to feel rage. I wanted to punch him, but I didn't. Kiera asked me if I was okay. I told her yes, but I wasn't. I was young, dumb, and as I stated before, too cool. I didn't know how to navigate the feelings I was having, so I did my best to shut them down, right then and there. I, in a sense, shrugged her off of me and said I had to go. But that would not be the end of me needing her close or pushing her away. The way I did this girl was wild.
I could never feel this way for another. Can't imagine no one else for a lover. You're my girl, that's the way it's gotta be. Without you, that just can't be. There ain't no formula.
Tune in next week as Trey continues to share his feelings for the one who he feels got away. He navigates through his sudden onset of emotions as he gathers advice from friends on whether or not to make a move.